All right, concentric training methods. There could be literally millions of concentric methods. Obviously, I'm not going to cover those millions right away, but I will add more and more and more methods as this Patreon develops, hopefully. Okay, so the first method I want to cover is probably the most effective method for hypertrophy when it comes to pure concentric methods, and that's rest pause training. Rest pause training is based on the principle of giving you more effective reps per set than you would in a normal set. Now, if you go to muscle failure on an exercise, okay, regardless of the load you're using, provided that your reps are anywhere between, let's say, 5 and 20-ish, you will get 5 effective reps in that set. The last 5 reps before you hit failure would be effective reps. What's an effective rep? It's a rep that combines the 2 important conditions to stimulate hypertrophy. The first condition is the recruitment of the growth-prone fast-twitch fibers. If you don't recruit the fast-twitch fibers, you will have limited amount of muscle growth being stimulated because the other fibers don't have a great growth potential. And that requires a level of effort that is roughly 80% of your maximum. Now, if I have 80% on the bar, so a load I could get probably 6 reps with, from the first rep, I'm recruiting all those fast-twitch fibers. If I'm utilizing around 70% on the bar, then it might take me about 5 reps until I create enough fatigue so that the effort becomes hard enough to recruit those fast-twitch fibers. So my first rep with 70% on the bar would require 70% effort. I will have roughly a 2% fatigue from rep to rep. So my second rep would require 72% effort. My third rep, 74%, 76%, 78%, and 80%, right? So the 5 last reps before you hit failure, you will recruit those fast-twitch fibers. The second condition is you want the speed of movement to slow down. Normally, the slower you go, the more tension is imposed on the muscle fibers. Or, put in a different way, the faster you go, the less tension is maintained on those muscles. That's because during fast action, the actin-myosin bridges are connecting and disconnecting really, really fast. So at any point in the movement, there's never a lot of bridges at the same time, which means never a high amount of tension during the rep. So you want to go slow. But if you go slow on purpose, you are decreasing force output, which means you're recruiting less fast-twitch fibers. So you cannot cheat your way to effective reps by going slow on purpose. You must lift pretty much as fast as you can until you reach a point where you have created enough fatigue that the load becomes too hard to accelerate. You're still trying to accelerate it, but because of the accumulated fatigue, it slows down. Okay? That is the second condition required for a rep to be effective. That's why only the last 5 reps before failure are effective. Now, what I'm doing with rest pause is once I've hit failure or close to it, so I got my 5 effective reps, I will rest briefly, maybe 15, 20 seconds, just long enough so that I can add 2 or 3 more reps. But these 2 or 3 more reps, right from the start, are effective reps because I did not recover enough for these reps to become easy. So one set, instead of giving me 5 effective reps, will give me 8. So that becomes a lot more effective on a set-to-set basis. That's why rest pause is so effective at stimulating growth. So here's what it looks like. Again, I'm going to do my best acting job here, because that's a lightweight. So let's say that I hit, I'm trying to go fast here, and as I fatigue, the load slows down. It slows down. Good acting job. Or failure. Whew, that's hard. I rest 15 seconds. Let's pretend it's been 15 seconds because I'm not a patient man. And I would be able to... Now you get the secret of why I look like I'm really producing lots of force on those photo shoots I'm doing, all right? I've actually been involved in some drama, TV drama in Quebec here, so I'm a great actor, right? And if you want to involve me in like the next Marvel movies, you can contact me at chris@ballisticmanagement.com. Anyway, so that would be the rest pause. The goal is to add more effective reps. It's not magical, but it makes each set a bit more effective. It's the simplest way to get more hypertrophy with an advanced training method.